searching for the keys to development. Despite of the technological and scientific advances of the 20th century, there is still needed a social and economic development in some areas of the world. Although global poverty rates have been falling, half the world live on less than $2 per day. Poverty, the very thing development tries to erase in some developing countries today, is truly monumental. Moreover, it has gotten worse as the gap between rich and poor countries widens, and the world's poorest states become more vulnerable than ever. Sustainable development is an overall process of change over time in a country's economy, political system, and social structure that improves the quality of human life. The key point here is that development is not a random change and transition, but rather purposeful change that moves towards the attainment of a finish line and the achievement of specific goals, like human beings growing or developing into mature adults. The desired result is a state of economy that meets human needs without undermining the natural resources of the environment. Goal 1. No poverty. Different conceptions of poverty underpin the mainstream and alternative views of development. You may think on the material aspects of poverty, such as the lack of food, clean water, and sanitation, but you probably have never thought in the importance of non-material aspects, like culture and society. Key differences emerge in regard to how material needs should be met and hence about the goal of development. The traditional conception of poverty refers to a situation where people do not have the money to buy adequate food or satisfy basic needs, and are often classified as unemployed. This mainstream understanding of poverty based on money has arisen as a result of the globalization of Western culture. But if we consider a real sustainable development, the emphasis may not be simply in money, but in spiritual values and society, because the values that focus on individualism and consumerism are seen as destructive by some communities in the world. This idea portrays the challenges of ending poverty by its own roots and different ways of addressing the problem. Goal 2. Zero hunger. It is possible to explain the contemporary occurrence of hunger by reference to the process of globalization. Globalization is a process in which events occurring in one part of the globe can affect and be affected by events occurring in other distant parts of the globe. Often as individuals, we remain unaware of our role in the process and its ramifications. When we, in the developed countries, drink a cup of tea or coffee or eat important fruits and vegetables, we tend not to reflect on the changes experienced on the site of production of these cash crops in the developing world. The global organization of food production has turned the South into a world farm to satisfy consumers in the developed regions, at the expense of scarcity and permanent hunger in less developed regions. The leaders of wealthy states promote the free market principles that creates the context for hunger. These divisions between civilizations can be quite pronounced. Just the youth leadership can lead to real action. Can globalization develop a human face? That depends if we continue to think just in ourselves, or if we start thinking more about the other members of our big community, the international global community.